Right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Limitless podcast where there's no limit to what we discuss. Today's discussion is about a topic that's very close to my heart. It's about what's going on in our town and the cities all across the UK, but namely we'll concentrate on what's happening in London. Okay, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about the knife crime epidemic that's taking place, how it's become so unsafe, and how our Mayor of London is so worried about taking cars off the road instead of trying to get the knives off the road. So what we're going to do, talk to an individual who's very close to me, who's recently been involved in an altercation that could have potentially made him lose his life. I'll get him on the microphone. We won't have him on the camera for obvious reasons. We will disguise his name and his voice for obvious reasons. Again, there are a lot of things we could sit here and talk about why it's become so unsafe in London, what's causing the kids in this day and age to carry a knife, to feel safe. I have these kids right in front of me. Why is it they feel so unsafe? Why is it they feel the need to carry a knife and stuff like that? Okay, I mean, if you can imagine, I'm not even going to go into imagine. I mean, I've always thought the kids that are carrying knives are generally from broken home. I think it's a bit more than that. We want to talk to various young people to try to get into their mindset on what's going on and why they feel so unsafe. Right, we're going to call this young chap Adam, okay, for the benefit of this conversation. Adam, talk to me. Tell me about yourself. Introduce yourself first. Tell me how old you are, what's exactly been happening, and why you are here talking about the story.
So hi guys, my name's Adam, obviously we're using the name Adam. I'm 16 and obviously I want to talk about an incident that happened on the 9th of November. So obviously I won't go into full detail about obviously the situation that happened beforehand, but obviously I just want to talk about the attack. So I left college, not even 30 seconds away from the college doors, I was attacked. And so what happened was there was a group of guys, like maybe 5 to 6, including an individual that goes to my college. And so obviously I tried walking past them, and they've got ballys on, so I don't know who they are except that one person. And yeah, so I tried walking past them, and they literally, one went in front of me, one went behind me, one went on the side of me, and they basically blocked me in. And so one of them, I think the main one, he obviously grabbed me by the neck, dashed me against the wall, and he pulled out a knife. I wouldn't say it's a kitchen knife, it was a bit smaller than that, but I'm not sure. And so he pulled the knife out, put it to my throat, and said that I'm going to kill you, and he was threatening to stab me and stuff like that. But obviously he didn't end up doing that, which I'm thankful for. But then obviously when he put it away, all of them just started having a go and obviously punching, kicking me. Obviously I can't really remember what happened because I blacked out a few times, and yeah, obviously the moments that I was feeling everything, like I just don't know how to explain it. Like to this day I'm still in shock, and obviously with that picture in my mind, it still haunts me to know that it could have gone completely south and I could have been stabbed and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like when I was getting beat to the ground, no one was there to help. Everyone just walked by like nothing was happening. And yeah, it's like I don't know how to explain that feeling that I got, but it wasn't a pleasant feeling. They beat me to the ground. They mainly targeted my head. Obviously, I went unconscious. I ended up getting bruises, lumps. The back of my head was swollen. But yeah, they beat me to the ground. They kicked me, punched me, and every part of my body. I was left there, literally lying on the floor unconscious. When I woke up, I was really dizzy. I couldn't walk properly. And obviously, police come. They weren't really like too they weren't really too invested in it. It was more of the fact that it was like, for them, it was like a normal thing that happened on a daily basis. They obviously took my details. They told me that the ambulance was going to take a while, so I should just go to hospital myself. And yeah, obviously I went to the hospital. I ended up waiting 6 hours to be checked up. And yeah, it's like, for a head injury, that's not really good enough. Like, it could have gone the other way, and I could have been in a lot of pain, and I could have been suffering a lot more than other people. But I don't think they took it as serious, because it's obviously, because I didn't get stabbed, it wasn't a serious matter to them. Whereas if I did get stabbed, it would be a different matter. But I feel like, because obviously with the police, it happens on a daily basis. They're used to it, and they're not really like.
So how has this incident changed you as a person?
It's made me more aware of like being alone out on the street in public, like, because now, like, literally anyone can be carrying knives. It's not like, obviously a few years ago it was mainly only like adults who carry knives and stuff like that. But I feel like nowadays, like, kids from even like 7, 8, like all the younger kids, they carry knives and stuff to protect themselves.
Why do you feel they need to carry a knife? What's going on?
I just feel like in this generation, like, it's so messed up. Like, you have like people in gangs, people, like, I feel like it's mostly to do with like their personal lives, as in like their family might be arguing, or like they might be doing drugs.
What are you seeing though amongst the young within your age group? I mean, is it a broken home? I mean, I know you come from a fairly secure home. You still your mum and dad there and stuff like that. Would you actually say these kids come from a broken home, hence why they're having the need to carry a knife, because they haven't got anyone, a male role model, to give them discipline?
I mean, there is various reasons, obviously that being one, but obviously then again, obviously they do have like influences, like their friends could be doing stuff, or like the older people could be doing stuff, and like going to them and obviously showing them the wrong path in life. And yeah.
So what exactly have you done since? I mean, what has the college done to identify these young?
I mean, I haven't really heard much other than the fact the student that I know from college that was there recording it, he's obviously not in college. I think he's had a meeting with his parents and the teachers, and I'm not too sure if he's suspended yet or not, but I'm trying to figure that out. And they haven't really talked much about me, other than the fact that I should stay home until it gets sorted out. But
so that could be for how long though? I mean, it's already been 2 weeks, and you've just been told to stay at home. You can't go to college.
And obviously I'm missing out on learning.
Yeah, so he's missing out on his learning. He can't go to college. College hasn't done anything. Police haven't really helped the matter. So what exactly does a young person like Adam do in a situation like this? Because he doesn't feel safe to go out anymore. So what's our Mayor of London doing in a situation like this? How is he making our towns and cities safer? If he actually invested more time on that rather than ULEZ, maybe we'll have a better London. Anyway, what's your thoughts on how we can change this?
To be honest, I've got a lot of. I'm not sure how to put it, but yeah.
What I've always thought to myself, I mean, with young kids, young kids generally have a lot of energy. Okay, there's a saying that I use all the time: "Devil makes work of idle hand." Okay, these kids need to be kept busy. Okay, they have a lot of testosterone, their body's changing and so forth, and they need things to do. Okay, by closing youth clubs, not having youth centres and stuff like that to go and socialise and stuff like that, I think this has a lot to do with why these kids are out on the streets and stuff like that. And one of the things that I wanted to divulge into is the cars and how cars has helped me stay out of trouble, which is why I'm forever thankful for my cars and stuff like that. But it's kept me so busy, and it's given me a whole outlook on life and given me a whole new way of life as well, because I've always been busy with cars and I haven't had time to get into any of these mischief. It's not growing up in the 90s. There was a lot of crime, a lot of racism and so forth and that, but it was what it was. But we kept busy modifying cars and we went and did shows and so forth, and this is what I want to do, get these young kids involved in cars, modifying cars, going to car shows, car cruises, you know, and enjoy some of that atmosphere that we built. What's your thoughts on that?
So for me, like, I've always loved the car scene from a young age, from around 8 or 9. Like, I've always gone to car shows, and I feel like it is a good thing to obviously keep you occupied, stay off the streets, out of trouble, and it's like something you love doing on a daily basis. So you don't really feel that you need to do it, but obviously you just want to do it. You have that passion for it, and I feel like kids should do something that they have a passion for instead of doing something they don't want to. And I feel like with the bad influences, it can lead them onto the wrong path in life. But with me, like, even with cars, I feel like that's leading me on the right path, and I'm very thankful for everything that's happened so far. I'm very thankful for you, like, bringing me here, getting me into cars, like, working on them, all of that, and yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's always very important to give young people platforms where they can explore, open their mind and enjoy things, yeah, which they probably would never have thought of was possible and so forth. How does your mum and dad feel about what's happened? I mean, how have they started treating you? Do they let you out anymore, or they don't? I'm sure it's must have affected the whole family.
I mean that
this could have gone totally differently, isn't
obviously
it?
they are very protective, so obviously they were really worried, and they still are. Obviously they are trying to contact college and police non-stop to see what's actually happening, because obviously they are worried for my safety and protection. They won't really let me out they won't let me go by myself out anymore. Obviously I get dropped here, picked up, and it's like it's not like they don't trust me, it's just they want to protect me. Because obviously if they were in my position, they would obviously want me to do the same, and yeah.
That's kind of sad, isn't it? You know what I mean? The fact that in this day and age, we have to keep our children locked up, cooped away, okay, and they can't be free, okay, to explore and be more adventurous. You know, it's kind of mad. Seriously, saddens me, you know that. Growing up in the 90s, I think 90s was the best era to grow up, where we had little or no internet, social media and so forth. We had the best genre of music, R&B, hip-hop, garage and jungle, and we had a lot of racism as well we had to fight through. But through that we grew up, you know, we modified some of the craziest cars and stuff like that, which kept us busy. And yeah, so I'm very thankful to my cars for saving me from going astray. And I think this is what we need to do. Okay, bring back some of that, you know, get these kids involved in projects in modifying cars, and that's. What's your thoughts on getting involved in that, Adam?
So like getting like young kids and putting them to a job, obviously keeping them busy, focused, and yeah, I just feel like that's a good thing to do, especially in this generation. I feel like most of the kids nowadays are like mostly like into the bad stuff, like vaping, drinking, smoking, and yeah, it's like.
But if they were busy, you know, doing something they enjoy, I think they'll have less time to get involved with all that vaping and all the high powering and stuff like that. Would you say you could have done anything different in terms of getting into the situation that you got into? Is there something? Did you blame yourself at any point?
I wouldn't blame myself, because at the end of the day I couldn't really do nothing. It was 1 against 6 people, and
What was it though? I mean, is it something? Was it a random attack or?
It was a situation to do with something that inside college. And so basically what happened was that one individual that I known from the attack, he obviously sent something to one of my friends. My friends thought it was funny, sent it into a group chat, and then later on he found out about it and he instantly thought it was me. I'm not sure why, I think he just hated me from the start. And yeah, we've had a lot of ongoing drama, if you want to call it. Obviously, I've spoken to the teachers, and the only reason this attack happened was because one of my tutors kept me behind 5 to 10 minutes, and obviously, the guy knew that I was staying behind, so obviously that's when he was waiting for me. If it didn't happen, then I would have gone straight to him, and none of it would have happened. So I feel like it was mainly the tutor's fault, because when I was talking to him, I told him word to word that something bad was going to happen and it was going to escalate, and all he said to me was to send him an email, and that would be it. And then literally 5 minutes later, I get attacked, and now he's saying that he can't do anything because it's up school premises, but yet the whole situation started in college.
It built up at college,
Yeah.
and subsequently, they're washing their hands of whole situation. It's crazy, isn't it? You don't feel safe in an educational establishment. It's absolutely bonkers, mind-boggling. You know what I mean? How are you supposed to, as a parent, feel safe? Yeah, knowing that your kids are not safe in an environment like a college. It's absolutely mind-boggling. You know that. Yeah, that's fine.